iOS 16.4 just dropped, and let's get into some of the new updates and changes. So first off, I will just go through all the changes that I can't show you, and then I'll show you all the new changes. Number one, we have new emojis. In fact, 21 new emojis, and I will put them on the screen for you guys. I won't show you on the phone because they won't look clear, but I think two of my favorite are the gray and the light blue heart. Pretty cool. Then there are new push notifications that Safari will allow. So in case you've noticed, if you have a MacBook, you would have noticed whenever you go to a website, it'll ask if a website will, if you want to allow a website to send notifications, and then if you allow it, there will be notifications on like the top right of your screen whenever there was a new post or whatever from that website. So you can get the same thing on iOS 16.4 now. The next thing is that there is now PS5 controller support. So you can use the PS5 DualSense controller, so you can now use that to play games on your iPhones and iPads. The next thing, there are new shortcut actions. There's in fact a whole bunch of them, which I can't list out obviously. There's just a lot of them, but there's a lot more to explore. Another improvement is that now the software has been updated to support 5G in Turkey. And it has also been updated to allow 5G standalone for T-Mobile users in the United States. Then always on display options are finally here for focus mode. So if you have an iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max, you have the always on display. What you can do is go ahead and use that, customizing if you'd like. Say you have a work mode where you don't you want the always on display, and then a personal mode where you don't think always on display is necessary. You can actually customize each of the focus modes to have different settings for always on. Then we have a couple of updates to the podcast app that make things a little bit more different and more organized, and also allow for a little bit more concise CarPlay playback. There's also a new update in the music app where it shows you your profile right at the top right on library. Previously, you had to go to Listen Now to get that. Now it's available right there. This really isn't like you can switch profiles or anything. This just shows you your account. So if you want to manage some kind of settings, you can do that directly from that main page that opens up when you open your music. And another cool thing is that there is now duplicate image removal, which you might all think, well, that's already there. But yes, it was there before, but it now is applicable for shared iCloud photos, which is amazing because I've had issues where I don't want people to, I'll oftentimes send some pictures to people from my phone after I take them, and then I create an iCloud drive, a shared iCloud folder, album later. I add them all, and then people add the same photo again that I sent them because they don't really want to separate them. And then there's a lot of duplicates of the same stuff. So now it'll also work on the shared albums, which is awesome. That means I don't have to worry about it. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things I can show you. There is also one more thing that I couldn't personally verify, which I'll show you guys, but you are technically supposed to be able to now add web pages to your home screen for third-party apps. So if you were to go to Chrome and say in Wikipedia, what you could do is theoretically on the share setting right here, you should be able to find a add to home page, which you would get in Safari. So in Safari, if I just say go to Google, I can go ahead and add this to home screen right here. And this I can do on on Safari right now. Theoretically, this update should allow it for Chrome and third-party browsers as well. I have tried both Firefox and Chrome. Neither of them seem to work for now, but I think maybe the apps need to be updated as well. Don't know what's going on. I did make sure the app was deleted and reinstalled. No luck. Maybe it's just my phone, but that is a supposed update. Then I think one of the cool things is that now you have beta options in software. So when you go to software updates, you can choose if you want to go on public betas, if you want to go on developer betas. So I don't have a developer profile on my phone. If I were, I would get this option right below public beta. So I'm going to turn it off. I don't want that. And it does mean that it's a lot easier to manage that. So say you want to be on beta updates while the newest iOS comes out. So when iOS 17 comes out, you want to do beta updates, but you don't want to do it after it's come out. So that's a way easier way to toggle it. But then another really cool thing is that Apple also has a new coverage page that shows you more details, in fact, of all the devices registered. So you guys can see I have these devices. So this iPhone has limited warranty. That means it's still under its normal warranty. And then you'll see my old AirPods have the coverage is expired, whereas the new ones are still under limited warranty as well. Another new feature is that you can now add a home page widget for your order. So the Wallet app has introduced order tracking, and now you can add order tracking on your homepage, so you can have it for your active orders as well, which previously you could do through the app, but there was no widget. So it is nice to have a widget for that. And finally, I think the coolest feature I am looking forward to is I'm just going to go ahead and make a quick call to myself. Don't want to expose any numbers here. So as I make this call, you guys will see that there is a, let me just go ahead and silent that everywhere. So you guys will see, if you've used the iPhone, you know that there are mic modes, but there were no mic modes for a normal call. It was only there for FaceTime calls or for VoIP calls, but now you can do that for the normal cell phone calls as well, which is great because I love the voice isolation feature. Voice isolation is great because it really does sound so much better, and honestly I got irritated with taking phone calls from the normal the cellular networks because this voice isolation mode wasn't there. It was so noisy on the other end so many times that I'm very used to voice isolation, and I'm so happy it's finally available on normal cellular mode as well. So those are the changes for iOS 16.4. Let me know what your favorite changes are and what your favorite new emoji is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one.